Welcome to this episode of Beth's Best. Today we are back at Disney's Boardwalk Villas to check out a newly renovated deluxe studio with a garden or pool view. Let's do this.
Your home for Disney room tours, guides, and reviews. Hit subscribe and the bell.
Welcome to room 5087 here at Disney's Boardwalk Villas. We are in a deluxe studio with a garden or pool view. So before we start the tour, I want to give you a little bit of information about this resort because unlike most of the DVC or Disney resorts, there are kind of weird view categories here. So there's standard view studios. Now those are going to be looking out over like the portico share and the parking area, some of the grounds. They have pool or garden view, which we are in. Then of course they have boardwalk view. So the standard view rooms are going to start at 9 points per night for each studio, depending on the time of year and the day of the week that you're here. And then the preferred views are the same price for both the garden or pool view and the boardwalk view. Obviously, boardwalk view is a smaller category, so you have a better chance of getting the pool or garden view, even though it is still really nice. But those start at about 14 points per night. These deluxe studios, regardless of which view category you book, are going to be 359-ish square feet. They sleep up to 5 guests. We've got a queen-size bed. I'll show you all of this, a queen-size bed. We've got a drop-down double Murphy bed, and then we've got a small drop down underneath the TV as well. If you have a guest under the age of 3 who could sleep in a crib, then you could technically get a 6th person into this room, but for the most part, these rooms sleep 5. Okay, let's start the tour. We're here in the deluxe studio. The door is behind me. Again, this is 5087. We've got a nice piece of Mickey and Minnie at the boardwalk artwork here. We've got the mirror located right next to the door. Perfect for checking yourself before you head to the parks. Now, the next section of the room is going to be our kitchenette and our bathroom. So let's go there next. We have a standard DVC studio kitchenette here. We're going to have our mini fridge. There's no freezer section, but it is a large mini fridge for a hotel room. We've got trash and recycle. We've got a microwave, a toaster oven, a coffee pot. Speaking of coffee pots, I love the fact that they're rolling these out in all the rooms, which are both Keurig and drip coffee. So you don't have to choose anymore, depending on how your party is divided. There's no more arguments about which is better, which is fabulous. Now we're going to get paper products in here and disposable utensils. Like we don't have a dishwasher or anything, so they give you paper plates and bowls and things like that. I like these studio kitchens. They are fine for like making a light breakfast or a light snack, something like that in the room before you head to the parks. As I always say, I don't cook gourmet meals in here, but I'm sure some of you do. So let me know your tricks if that's you. Okay, across the way, we've got our deluxe studio bathroom. Coming into the bathroom section of this room, again, we've got this really nice solid surface countertop that we've seen throughout. Nice big mirror. They did add a light up makeup or shaving mirror, whichever term you prefer. Lots of space to spread out. This is a large open cubby. We've also got 2 small drawers here as well. This is a very large closet. So if you are in this studio and you just want to tuck your wheeler bags in here, you've got plenty of room for it. You're also, in addition to hanging space, going to find your iron, your ironing board. There's a steamer, your safe, your luggage rack, extra pillows. That's all going to be here in this closet. It's really generously sized. And then over here, you're going to have the second half of the bathroom, which is where your tub shower combination, is going to be, as well as your toilet. So not a massive bathroom, but I love the fact that you have a little bit of space and separation. So if you have multiple people getting ready in this unit, you have a little bit of room to do that. Okay, let's head into the main living area of the room next. So this is where you can really see that renovation in this room. We've got our large queen size bed here. We've now got nightstands on both sides of the beds with charging ports. You know I love that. I also love the wall sconces, the reading lights on both sides of the beds. The headboard is beautiful. We've got new artwork on the walls. Across the way from the bed, we've got two large drawers and a mirror, so it's an extra space for people to be getting ready, which I really appreciate since this room does sleep up to 5 guests. You've got two little stools that, because these rooms no longer have tables, I guess Disney is thinking that you might pull the stools up to your coffee table and use that kind of like a makeshift dining table. Jury's out on how well that actually works. Underneath the TV, we've got our drop-down twin sleeper here. I love that they're rolling these out. It's really fun, especially if you've got, kiddos in your party. Behind me, we've got our couch area. Again, all new Murphy beds in these rooms, so no more pull-out couches, no more breaking your back, which I know I speak for a lot of us when we say we really appreciate Disney doing that. It was long overdue, but it's just a really nice, relaxing room. I think it's a beautiful use of space. All these like creams and light blues and greens, I think really go nicely with the overall vibe of this resort. Okay, let's check out our balcony next. We have a standard DVC balcony here. So we have our usual 2 chairs and a small table, perfect for, coffee in the morning, wine in the evening, or tea, whatever you're into. This is a great spot for that. Again, this is a garden or pool view room, and we do have a view of, we're over by a DVC quiet pool. I'll talk about the amenities in a minute, but we're over by the DVC pool, so it's nice and relaxing. We actually have a view of Tower of Terror and Hollywood Studios and the waterway, which I really appreciate. Not the largest balcony out of any of the DVC properties, but it's totally fine. All of the rooms here do either have a balcony or a patio. Okay, let's talk about the amenities here at this resort. So let's talk about Boardwalk Villas. Now this resort, as you've seen, is themed around turn of the century Atlantic City. The rooms, again, as you've seen, are recently renovated and they are looking really nice. I'm very happy with the job they did on this hard good refurb. It definitely needed it. So they're all spiffy and new, which is fabulous. But if we're being honest, that's not really what people stay at Boardwalk Villas. This is a fan favorite resort for a reason, and that reason is location. So this resort, being over here on Crescent Lake, has a really fabulous location, again with a beach club right across the lake from us, in that you can basically walk to 2 parks. You can walk over to Epcot, which is right there. You can walk over to Hollywood Studios. So the walk to Epcot is about 5 to 10 minutes, or you can take a friendship boat over, and the walk over to Hollywood Studios, depending on where you're located in this resort, is going to be about 15 minutes. You can also take a friendship boat over to Hollywood Studios if you prefer that over walking, even though there are beautiful walking paths to both resorts. So I love that option at the end of like a long night at either of those parks. The fact that you don't have to wait on a bus or any kind of other transportation is really nice. You also have Skyliner access here at Boardwalk. So you are over near the International Gateway side of Epcot. That's when you go into Epcot from here, you're gonna go in the back entrance. It's over by France. It's called the International Gateway, and that is where the Skyliner station is located. So if you were staying here and you want to go dine at, say, Riviera or one of the other Skyliner resorts, you can easily do that. So that is definitely a pro to this resort. Besides location, amenities is one of the main reasons that people like to stay here at Disney's Boardwalk Villas. And dining is definitely probably the largest category in terms of amenities here. And there is a lot of dining to cover. So let us see if I can get them all in for you. And we're gonna start with quick service. So for quick service, we've got our Boardwalk Deli, which used to be the Boardwalk Bakery, but they've expanded their menu and changed what their offerings are a little bit. So now it's the Boardwalk Deli. We've got the funnel cake cart over on the boardwalk, the pizza window also on the boardwalk, Carousel Coffee, which is located off of the lobby. They close roughly around 3:30 every afternoon, so a great spot for breakfast or a light lunch. We've got Boardwalk Ice Cream, the new blue ribbon corn dog stand, and then of course the new cake bake shop. Now for table service options, you've got Trattoria El Forno, which is really nice. Actually, if you've never been there before, you should check it out. We've got Flying Fish, which is probably one of my favorite signature dining locations here on property. If you've never tried Flying Fish, I also recommend that one. It's a great like date night spot, depending on the kind of trip that you are having. And then of course we have the brand new cake bake shop, a restaurant and a bakery. So again, there's two sides. They've got the bakery side where you can just do grab and go. So that's kind of a quick service location. Then they have a full restaurant, which most people, but looking at the prices, are going to call more of a signature dining experience, even though the food menu reads more like a kind of a traditional one table service credit. If you're an old school dining plan person, you'll know what I mean by that. But the prices are definitely more signature, even though they have come down a little bit. So for bars and lounges here on the boardwalk, we've got the Marvelous Margarita stand over on the boardwalk. You've got Leaping Horse Libations, which is the pool bar at the main feature pool. We will talk about pools in a minute. You've also got Abracadabra Bar, which is attached to Trattoria El Forno. If you've never been there, it's really kind of a fun aesthetic. And then we've also got the Bellevue Lounge, which is right off the lobby as well here in the Boardwalk building. That's kind of like a hidden spot. It's great for kind of a casual cocktail before you head out for the evening. Speaking of pools, there are 3 pools here at Boardwalk. We've got the main feature pool, which is the Luna Park pool, again, where Leaping Horse Libations is located. So that's going to be where all your games and things are in the afternoon, if that's something you're interested in. If you haven't stayed here in a while, they did get rid of that scary clown, so don't worry about that. You've also got 2 quieter pools. So one is called the DVC pool, because again, it's on the DVC side, and the community hall for DVC members is located over there as well. I'll talk about that again in a minute. And then over on the cash side, there is also an additional quiet pool as well. So we have 3 pools here. We also have the Muscles and Bustles fitness center here at Boardwalk. They do actually have a small steam room and a small sauna, excuse me. They are co-ed, they're not in the locker rooms, so just something to be aware of. And then there's also a jogging path around Crescent Lake as well, in case you don't get enough steps in while you're here. So for family activities, we have a bunch of free options here. We have some paid options as well. So of course, like all of the Disney resorts, right, you're gonna have movies under the stars, at the Village Green. You're also going to have a fire pit nightly as well when the weather is good. There's a kids splash area as well by the main feature pool, which is really nice. And then you've also got, again, the community hall. So if you're a DVC member, you can definitely pop over into the community hall. They have lots of like games and activities that some of them are free, some of them charge, but it's just kind of a nice area to take advantage of if you are a DVC member here, especially if you're here with smaller children. And then you've also got some paid options. So we've got the Surrey bike rentals, which are really fun. You've also got an arcade, and fishing is also available here on the lake. So I want to know, have you stayed at Disney's Boardwalk Villas before? If you have, what did you think? If you haven't, Is it on your bucket list? Did you have any questions about Boardwalk Villas that I can answer for you? If so, feel free to type them in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to do that for you. Here at Beth's Best, we specialize in DVC or Disney Vacation Club and deluxe Disney resort tours. We want to help you have the best vacation possible. That's why I do this for you. So let me know if you have any questions. If you thought this video was helpful, definitely hit the like button. That way it will pop up higher in the search feed for people looking for similar content. If you are into DVC or deluxe rooms here at Disney World, then definitely hit that subscribe button to follow along on my next adventure. And I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.